We all know that death is part of life. None of us are exempt. None of us know when our time is coming up, when our expiration date will be, but Jesus did. And he told his disciples multiple times, not only when, but how. He said, our very own people are going to condemn me. They're going to hand me over to be mocked, to be beaten, to be crucified. That's a pretty heavy, gut-wrenching feeling. If you put yourself in Jesus' sandals, knowing that, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to go through with that. I would do anything I could to avoid that. And he did pray to God for another way, but he accepted that it was God's will. And he said, your will, not my will, be done. So what would you do? Would you run from God's calling, God's will for your life? Are you running from it right now? I mean, it's easy for me to sit here and say, I really don't think that I'm going to be condemned and handed over to be mocked, beaten, and crucified. So it's easy for me to sit here and say that. But I don't think I would have embraced it like Jesus did. So don't get me wrong. I'm not anywhere close to Jesus, his ability to accept God's will for his life. But what an example he was for us to follow, because he understood that God's ways, although they did not make sense, praying for another way, he wanted another way, but he was willing to push his will to the side and accept God's, his plan for his life. And so it is with us that if we are focused too much on our own will, we're going to miss out on God's will. And his plans are far greater than ours. They may not always make sense, and they could include suffering. It won't always make sense this side of heaven. So I won't pretend that it's going to be pleasant, it's going to be easy. It's probably going to get harder to pursue more of him, because this world is so counter to God. And they'll resist. They will do anything to get in your way. This world will do anything it can to trip you up as you pursue that relationship with Jesus. It will mock you. It will ridicule you. And some people are persecuted to death for their faith in Jesus. And to those people, I have an incredible amount of respect for, to go through with their calling and staying firm until the end. But what are you focused on? Are you focused on God's will? The only way you will know what God's will is for your life is for you to pursue him. So spend some time with him. Tune into whatever it is that he is leading you and guiding you towards. It may be difficult. It was for Jesus, and it was and is for so many other Christians around the world. But just because it's difficult doesn't mean that it's not your will. God's will for your life. So actually take that as an indication that maybe you are on that straight and narrow, if it is difficult. If it's flooded with people, it's likely on that highway to hell. So take a step back and look at your life, what you're pursuing, what you're doing. His ways, his plans, they are higher than ours. Trust in that. Jesus did. He trusted in God's plan for his life. He fulfilled his mission. So if we are focused on our will and not God's will, we are likely going to miss out on God's calling and his mission for our lives.